is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by Kira for some Dragon Ball Super Talk. We just watched episode 108?
Or 7? Or 8? I don't know.
107. The one where Frieza did the thing, that one. So let's talk about it. Let's actually get the small stuff out of the way. I love how they started the episode off by showcasing everybody fighting at once. We got a small glimpse of seeing Kabe facing off against Toppo, which is an interesting matchup because I feel like, no offense, Kabe, but he stands no chance against Toppo. And that's why he got knocked out, basically.
I forgot about Kabe.
Yeah, I did too. I kind of wish
they kind of just...
Yeah, what are you guys doing? Show him off again. Like, I want to see Kabe, like... I mean, to be fair,
I want to see him grow.
Yeah, to be fair, it's kind of unfair because, you know, we grew up with Kabe in like 2 arcs ago, so we're kind of like, we just want to see what the character can do because like we all kind of fell in love with the character when he was fighting Vegeta.
Yeah.
And now we want to see him like get to the next level, show off those abilities, but then we haven't seen him at all in the tournament yet.
Too bad.
Have we?
Well, I guess if our Universe 7 wins though, everyone's gonna get a race anyway. So.
Yeah. So there's also that. I guess we shouldn't get attached. The other one that
clearly in this episode, which we'll talk about.
The other one that I just don't care about, I'm sorry, I don't care about the Brienne fight with Goku.
Oh, me either. She's not interesting as a character. The fight is not interesting. I want her to just go away and move on. Yeah,
pretty much you just summarized exactly how I feel about it. Like, no offense, my only problem with Brienne is just I'm just not feeling as attached to that character. Like, Khalifa, I like. Khalifa is an amazing character. I like how they did. I know she's not a lot of people's favorites because like of how they did her, but I like Khalifa. Even Kale is nice. Even though Kale is just basically a knockoff, great value version of Broly. But Brienne, I just don't really care about her or Universe 2. And for some reason, they keep going back to that fight. Like they just keep.
I know, and okay, this is the problem. The way they fight is not interesting in the slightest. Their characters are not interesting. They're just so one-dimensional, and I'm like, this fight is not interesting because of that. Like, it's not dynamic. It's just like giving love bombs or whatever. Heart bombs. Like
it was cool watching. Actually, it wasn't like my least favorite episode when they showed off them fighting.
Yeah, that was my least favorite as well.
Whatever.
I don't like
Point is, that was the main focus. I mean, we're still going to see them fight next episode, apparently, according to the next episode. For the love of God, just
I'm hoping,
get rid of them.
I'm hoping, honestly, it will just segue into a different fight, though.
Well, it will. It will.
Yeah.
The big fight is starting next week. Well, it's setting it up for the Jiren versus Goku fight. So I'm hoping that either Jiren just steps in and just handles Brienne for Goku, or I don't know what happens. I haven't been really keeping up with the spoilers as far as what happens with that, so it's going to be a complete surprise next week. I'm just tired of it. I mean, from the looks of it, she's kind of nullifying his attacks. They're not really working on her that well. I don't know why, but I just don't care about it. That's all I want to say about it.
Yeah.
The main focus though is Frost and Frieza.
Yeah.
This is how good of a villain Frieza is. By the way, to those who called it that Frieza was going to be the one to betray Frost, good job. You were right. To those who called Frost, well, you were close because he probably was going to do it anyways. But basically, what happened was we see Jimenez or Jimenez. I don't know how you pronounce it in English. The Yard Rat faced off against Jimmy's. I don't know how it's in Japanese and how it's going to translate to English. We see him fighting, facing off against Gohan, and he's using instant transmission, which Gohan cannot counter. The reason why is because he hasn't mastered so well that every time he's about to attack, he basically instant transmissions into Gohan's blind spots and just uses that weakness against them. And because Gohan doesn't really know how to fight, which I kind of wish they would have not had my boy Gohan be a ragdoll for half that episode. There's nothing you can do about it. That's when Freeza Pop steps in, and Frieza did exactly what you guys thought he would do, is be a villain. He was so much of a villain that I couldn't even tell if he was actually going to go through with the betrayal, because that's how they were setting it up. Now, when he threw the initial punch at Gohan, and they had that quick like motion, I knew that he was obviously coming up with some kind of plan. For some reason, I don't know why he was doing that plan to take out Frost.
I don't know either.
It was unnecessary.
I didn't catch on at all that he like didn't throw a full punch at Gohan at the beginning. Which I thought he was really betraying.
I wish they didn't have that scene because like as the second I saw that scene, I was like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing. He's trying to get Frost to drop his guard so he can basically knock him out. Now, the only theory I can come up with is the fact that he doesn't trust Frost. I mean, he did say one of the things you should also learn about combat and battlefield is trust nobody. So maybe he just assumed that Frost is going to try to be sneaky because he knows what kind of person he is, and then knowing how Frost could potentially be, he's probably trying to set up where it's like, okay, I got to make sure that I can knock out Frost, but like not fall into his evil deeds, because he knows Frost is a scumbag from the little time that they had to meet together. So what ends up happening is again, I wish I didn't have this freaking scene. We see Frieza and Gohan go at it. And not just at it, but he goes straight out, golden form and everything. Which, first of all, I love the fact that before that even happened, he stepped in and he actually tortured the Yardrat to almost near death. I mean, he even made a point that he missed the vital so he doesn't die. Being Frieza, like again, represent for one of the most scummiest villains of all time. Not just in Dragon Ball, but just anime period. I'm sorry, he is. He's a scumbag.
Evil. He's absolutely evil. Yeah.
Like everybody was looking at him like, this guy is kind of a prick. Like,
yeah. Like all the universes were like, whoa.
Yeah. And then while this is all being set up, there was actually a potentially foreshadowing for what's to come. Remember, whoever's left standing at the end of the tournament gets a wish. And Whis pointed out that what if Frieza is actually just trying to, like, you know, last to the end, knock out everybody, and then use the wish to kill off the gods. Now remember, early on in the arc, he did say that this is a tournament is good enough way to like basically, it's a good enough way to what we say, what's the word? To take advantage of the gods. He said that like early on in the arc. So that's actually potentially a good foreshadowing of what's to come, because like knowing Frieza, if he does end up standing there with the universe center at the end, he'll knock out everybody to get that wish. Like if you pay attention, Frieza's been conserving his power this entire time. And he even points out, like, you know, when he's teaching Frost, like, you know, you want to be able to, like, you know, not fully use up all your stamina so you can fight to your best potential or whatever. And it's funny also, we see Frost go into the buff form because he's like, you know, you can learn this one day too. Probably not golden form, which I feel like is just Toei and Toriyama's version of saying Frost will never go golden, which he actually can't because he doesn't exist anymore. But seeing him go buff was kind of cool. I like that. He was like, you know, you can at least do this, and he did that too before he actually ended up betraying him and knock him out of stage. Now this is the part that I didn't expect to see. Freaking Frost was so pissed off that Frieza betrayed him, which he should have known. Like, I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
you both are scumbags.
He should know what a scumbag looks like.
Exactly. He is one. Well, apparently Frost.
Scumbag recognized scumbag.
Yeah, Frost was so angry he tried to death beam on them as if that was going to do anything. I mean, they've already pointed out several times that Frost isn't that strong. I mean, he's strong, but he's not strong to like compared to like Universe 7 characters, for example. So would that death beam really have done anything? Which, by the way, going back to strength, I love the fact that Frieza was so powerful that he completely countered the Yardrat's abilities left and right. He goes, you know what? Once I know that I'm dealing with instant transmission, it's child's play, and that's how you just completely beat him into the ground, and then the death beam in the face and all that stuff, and knocked him out.
What a jab at Gohan though, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, come on, man.
It's like, oh, that's child's play now that I know.
Dude, it's like we just got Gohan back, man. From before the arc started, or not before the arc started, but the tournament actually started. It's like we just saw our boy Gohan come back, and now we're watching him get beat up by a lesser, stronger being. I mean, he has a good ability, which is instant transmission. And no matter how strong you are, if you keep taking hits to vitals over and over again, you're going to get tired out. Yeah. But come on, man, my boy Gohan needs some love.
It was so sad. I was like, oh, he just jabbed at Gohan, like.
Yeah, it is what it is. But in the end, he ended up actually coming out on victory and helped Gohan in the end, and Gohan caught it. So he also mentioned that had Gohan not realized what he was trying to go for, he probably would have gotten killed in the process, which I don't think would have happened because that would have disqualified Frieza. And I don't think, I mean, Frieza probably would have put him near death maybe. And then,
yeah, it probably would have been near death, or at least enough to get him off the side of the thing. But, I mean, I feel like he could still go either way because of like, I think we pointed out a really good point that, like, okay, if he really can do that, why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Like, why would he not have that motivation to do that?
And that's the thing, that this is why I like Frieza being added into his arc. I wasn't a fan the first time it was announced, but like once I saw how they introduced him, I loved the idea of it. He's a wild card. It's like, we know what's gonna happen in the tournament, sort of. I mean, it's the good guy always wins in a way, but having Frieza there as a wild card, because you can't even predict what he's gonna do. Because the entire episode, up until they had that one scene where he punched him, where I realized, oh, they're just going with the plan. Frieza's a wild card. You don't know what he's gonna do. For all we know, the second Goku is, you know, has his back turned or guard drop or something, he's gonna death beam him right in the back and knock him out. Same thing with Vegeta. He's probably, because if you notice, he's been in this normal final form the entire time without going golden that much. He wasn't golden for a fight against Gohan, but for the most part, he's been conserving his power. So it's like, I mean, not that he needs it anyways, but he's basically using his ability to torture somebody into either jumping off the stage, or weakening enough to the point where you just kind of toss him out, and he's conserving all his power as much as possible. Probably the smartest fighter in the tournament right now, next to like Universe 11, well, Topo and Jiren and Dispo. Like, I feel like he's conserving his power for some kind of evil deed. So if you guys want to predict what the plan is down there, feel free to let me know with your best theories. Anything else?
I don't think so.
I think that's everything. I'm sure we missed a detail or two, in which case you can just let me know down below. But other than that, next week we got the Spirit Bomb against Jiren. I don't know how it's going to happen.
I mean, who's he going to get the energy from?
That's what I'm saying, but it did make it look like he's going to challenge Jiren's power. Like, oh yeah, this is my ultimate ability. Let's see what you can do about that. So maybe all the gods are going to give ki for it just for the purpose of showing the attack off. Maybe that's what's going to happen, but other than that, I don't have any other theory how it's going to work because they're like in the world of void where there's no living beings or anything outside of people who are in the ring. So next week is going to get interesting, and it's also going to set us up for the big 1 hour special, which I'm sure we're all super excited to see. Other than that, I guess let's discuss down below what we just saw. 3,000 likes is the goal once again, so if you want to break that barrier, I challenge you to do so. If you want to go further beyond, feel free to do so as well, but 3,000 is the goal. And I guess we'll see you guys not next week. I think they're skipping next week. We'll see you the week after that for the hour-long special. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Or maybe next week and then the hour-long special is the week after that. Whatever. They're skipping a week sometime in the next couple weeks, and then we're going to get the hour-long special. Anyways, we hope you enjoy this breakdown, review, talk, whatever you want to call it. Let us know your thoughts and experiences as you watch 107, 108, whatever episode it was, and we'll take it from there. We hope you enjoy the rest of the weekend. This has been Kira about Rhymestyle. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Peace.